What's up, everybody? This is Trip from Buddy Jenkins Fishing. I get a lot of questions asking what lures and baits I use to catch redfish, snook, and trout, redfish in particular. And so I just wanted to answer some of those questions. So I'm going to show you a few of the things that I use that help me catch a lot of redfish, especially all throughout the summer. Now that we're heading into that fall, winter kind of area. I'll give you a couple on those. So we'll start with my go-to lure. If you've ever watched one of my videos, you see this just about in every video because it is proven true. That is a watermelon red fluke. This lure right here catches everything you want to catch. It catches redfish, it catches snook, it catches trout. Particularly redfish, that's what I mainly use it to target. But that doesn't rule out the fact that snook hit it just as well, and trout don't mind it either. The biggest thing I like about this is it provides a perfect presentation of a shrimp on the bottom, especially if you have water clarity that's generally somewhat murky to clear. This is my go-to bait all day, every day, from late spring to late fall. This is going to catch your redfish like nothing else. This particular version is actually the Saltwater Assassin, Shad Assassin, the 5-inch model. They have really good deals at Saltwater Assassin, so I would go over there and check them out. And everything else I'm going to show you lure-wise today is going to be from them. The only other ones that I use is Zoom. Zoom has a nice fluke that you can get at Walmart for relatively cheap. So either or, I like the Saltwater Assassin because they're in Mayo, Florida. They're local, so they're somewhere you can stop by and go check them out and support your local economy, which I'm always into. What I normally like to rig it on is this right here, which is a Slayer 1/4 ounce red jig head. So I'll bring that up close real quick so you can see it. This jig head right here, another reason I like it, there's tons of 1/4 ounce jig heads out there, right? You can find a 1/4 ounce jig head made by just about any company that makes a hook. The one thing I like about these is they're made in Jacksonville, Florida. Yet again, I like supporting Florida. I like supporting where I come from. The economies around here. I'm really big on that, so I like these right here. But I'm going to kind of throw you off on this next one, okay? So fluorocarbon, I like using a fluorocarbon leader, 20 to 30 pounds. This particular fluorocarbon is 20-pound Yozuri fluorocarbon leader wire, or leader fluorocarbon. Really and truly, the brand doesn't matter too much. Just find a reputable brand and get the 20 to 30 pound, especially if you're going to be anywhere around any kind of rocks, oysters, mangroves, and especially if you're targeting snook. You need the fluorocarbon leader. This will be a make or break because I promise you, redfish and snook are unforgiving when it comes to your leader. Personally, if I'm fishing more of an open area, I don't mind the 20 pound. And if I'm fishing around a lot of rocks, if I'm fishing around a lot of structure, or I'm fishing for big snook, I'm going to go with a 30 pound leader just to be on the safe side. Now, I've heard of people going up to 40 and 50 pound leaders. So personally, I like the lighter stuff. It works for me. That's what I enjoy. So that's what we're going to go with today. So since it is fall, or at least the beginning of it, and we're about to be going into winter, I'm really big on this salt plastic right here. This is the Saltwater Assassin Cool Ice Saltwater Shad. And as you can see, I'll hold it up close there for you. As you can see, this is it's pretty much a fluke style bait. I like it in the fluke. I like it in a paddle tail. I like it in the fluke a little bit more because I can present it a little bit slower than I can a paddle tail. But I really like this lure in the fall, winter, and early spring. It is a producer for trout, redfish, especially if you ever find those fall schooling redfish inshore. I have great luck with those on these. And the trout, dude, I'm telling you, the trout will kill these things in late fall, winter, and spring. It's just ongoing. And really, it's the main color I like to focus on is having the pearl to clear body with black and silver flake. I know Zoom does make a finesse, like a 3 to 4 inch finesse fluke with a similar color. And man, it really works on the redfish and trout and snook all around the nature coast where we fish. So that's another one to look out for. And one I'm going to be trying for the first time tomorrow is the Saltwater Assassin Avocado Red Tail. So I'll hold that up a little bit closer so you can see. This right here is pretty much like my go-to fluke, except for the fact that it has almost a fluorescent red tail on the end. And I'm big on red flake. As you can see, I use the red jig heads. I like the red flake in my lures. All my spook juniors, I like the red heads. Red is a very keen color anytime you're targeting redfish and snook. They love red, so keep that in mind when you're picking out a lure. It never hurts to go with red, because I promise you the snook and the redfish will go for it every time. And finally, I want to top it off with going with what beer I'm drinking today, because it's pretty important. Today, drinking the High Lie, Cigar City Brewery. They're down in Tampa, phenomenal brewery, phenomenal beers. And this one in particular is still cold and crisp. In my Swamp Head glass. So usually this is the main setup, minus the beer that I take out with me every time I go fishing. And as you can see, representing Solid Strong, very, very reputable company. I recommend them. I can't even say how much, because these guys are down to earth, great guys who know how to run a business and respect the values of the everyday American. You know what I mean? These guys are definitely top of the line guys that you want to work with and buy from. Provide excellent gear, and I'm proud to say that I am part of their fishing team. So I would definitely recommend you go out and check them guys out. Check out Saltwater Assassin, check out Slayer Lures, and check out Cigar City. And most of all, check out these lures and go catch some redfish. Go catch some trout, go catch some snook. And let me know how you do. You know, whether it be a comment on my YouTube page at Buddy Jenkins Fishing, or whether it be on my Facebook page at Trip Fugit. Whatever you want to do, just go check it out and let me know how you do, okay? Hopefully this helps and answers some questions. Y'all have a good day.